right, I'm going to be going through these questions as fast as possible because the computer stopped working on the regular Monday, which is why this video is delayed. But we're talking about top 10 steps to self-publishing slash independently publishing. Now, first thing you want to know with independently publishing, it is a lot of work. And if you're in the work, the only people who are going to see it are your friends and family, which if all you want to do is show it to your friends and family is fantastic. But if you don't want to show it to just your friends and family and you want more than your friends and family to see it, maybe even hitting New York Times bestseller or things like that, you either want to go traditional or follow these steps. The only indie authors that have made New York Times bestseller typically follow these steps. There every once in a while a random oddball that sneaks their way up there? Absolutely. But it is not the regular. So, moving forward. The first step is social media. So, social media is incredibly important these days. Traditional publishing even will actually publish you better if you have a reader fan base before you pitch your book. They actually will take that into account. When I was part of a publishing company, they asked us to look into their author account, see how professional it was and how many people were following them. So it actually does matter. And it's because you will have a natural reader fan base, which is why it's so crucial to being an indie author. So your first step is going to be at least a year before you even publish your book. A year before you publish your book, you should start getting on social media and making sure to flaunt your book. Let people know that it exists. Let people know what your favorite scenes are. Let people know what they're looking into. If you have different things like, hey, there's 5 different factions, talk about each faction. If you have an aesthetic, put down some aesthetic boards. There's all sorts of things that you can look up and do, but social media is going to be crucial to getting your book out there. Step 2. Pick one social media, preferably. Can you do as every single one of them? Absolutely. The likelihood that you will burn out and exhaust yourself, overdo it, and be unable to keep moving forward, 100%. So make sure you pick one and just dedicate yourself to it. The algorithm these days is super rough, so you just gotta dedicate yourself to someone. All right, next, third step. Create an email list. You know those email lists that pop straight into your inbox that are like, hey, subscribe for more content. Or hey, guess what? This week we did blah, blah, blah. This is actually incredibly helpful and has been proven to lead to more sales. So once you get people following you on social media, say, hey, if you follow my email list, you'll get free content. Yay! And people will absolutely follow that email list and it will help you out. Sorry, we have construction next door, so that's exciting. All right. Your fourth step, make a website. Make sure it is super professional looking. If your website doesn't look professional, it will literally make readers leave like the plague. They're going to go, oh, I don't know about that. So you got to make sure that it looks very professional. Look at some of your favorite authors in your same genre and see what they do. All right. Next thing, step 6. Offer reader rewards, and these can be free rewards on your end. Give them a bonus chapter if they follow your email. Give them a cool little sneak peek into a villain backstory or something like that. You can create free content for them, and people will absolutely adore those type of rewards. Next thing, decide on a platform for publishing. Are there other platforms? Yes. Are they much less well known and therefore likely to be more of a struggle bus? Yes. So, Ngram, Spark, or Amazon? I would highly recommend Ngram. Reason why? Because it will get you on Amazon and libraries and bookstores will take you more seriously if you do Ngram. If a bookstore or a library is told, hey, this book is on Amazon, they go, But if they say, hey, it's on Ngram Spark, they suddenly go, huh. and they will take you more seriously and are more likely to order your books as a result, especially because Ingram Spark has a lot of good policies when it comes to bulk orders from bookstores, whereas Amazon does not. So even though it's more of a pain in the butt to use Ngram Spark, I would absolutely recommend Ngram over Amazon any day. All right. Step 7. Make sure to hire professionals. You got to make sure to get a professional editor. You got to make sure to get a professional formatter. And you got to make sure to get a professional cover designer. And when I say professional cover designer, I don't mean professional artist. I mean professional cover designer. The reason why is because if your cover looks like it was made in the 1950s, nobody's going to buy it because they're going to assume it's from the 1950s. Nobody actually cares when it was published. They care what it looks like. And artists will not know what the current book trends are, which means they will not put you up to code with the current trends, which means you will look old, shabby, and out of date, even if your artist is phenomenal. Are there exceptions to this rule? Absolutely. Is it common? Absolutely not. I would say 9 times out of 10, this is going to get you better places. You need to hire a professional editor that isn't just your English teacher, your mom, your dad, your uncle, etc. Unless your uncle, mom, or dad, or English teacher are a professional editor, no. You need a professional editor. The amount of times that I've had someone say, oh, my English teacher edited my novel for me, and I read their novel and been, yikes, unfortunately is quite often. I wish I could say it wasn't, but a professional editor just has a much more keen eye for plot holes, development issues, wording choices, and grammar, even than your average English teacher. Not to bash on English teachers. They're fantastic, and some of them really know what they're doing. But not every person who's an English teacher has the same skills as a professional editor. Some do, 100%, and if they do, go for it. But not all English teachers are the same caliber as professional editors. Now, onto professional formatting. If your book is hard to read, then they aren't going to keep reading it. So it needs to be professionally, gorgeously formatted. Can you learn how to format yourself? Yes. Will it take at least a month? Also, yes. So formatting with a professional saves you time. And sometimes there are places that do professional formatting and cover design, which means you get more bang for your buck because you get a discount group deal. All right. Next thing. Step 8, pre-orders. Make sure to have a fantastic pre-order deal. Pre-order deals are going to really spark interest, and you're going to put you higher on the sales algorithm because you've already sold stuff before your book even came out. That looks really good in Amazon and Ngram Spark. All right, launch party. Make sure that you go to your local library and have an awesome party the day of your launch. Make sure that you hype it up a couple weeks before too, that you're a local author just starting out. Woo! Not only do people love that, but it can lead to more sales. All right, last but not least, promotion. Continue promoting yourself. If you publish a book and then just drop off the face of the earth, your social media followers are going to plummet, your email followers are going to plummet, and you're not going to do as well for that second book. You got to keep promoting yourself, even if you're going to take 2 years to write the next book. You got to keep promoting yourself. All right. Now, if you have any questions, please feel free to tag them below. One question that I did get on Monday that I thought was very interesting was making sure to publish your books one at a time instead of multiple at once. They asked whether or not it's a good idea to publish multiple at once. It's super, super stressful. Wouldn't recommend it. Plus, if you do one at a time, then you'll build up a following and probably make more sales on your third book than you will if you just publish them all at once. All right. Thank you for today, and remember there's a summer contest going on until July.